You wake up one morning and you are told by your parents that you're gonna have to leave your home, your friends, and your country. And your parents are willing to make this sacrifice in order to provide you with a better chance in life. And it is worth all the danger, all the accusations, or to be seen as an intruder. Because if you stay in your home country, chances are you won't become a good member to society. Sadly, that was my reality when I was 15 years old, and that is the reality for many DACA recipients in the United States. On June 15, 2012, former President Obama gave hope to 1.8 million of dreamers in the United States when he announced DACA. Consequently, he took thousands of undocumented teenagers out of the shadows. Today in my speech, I will elaborate on what DACA is, what are the requirements, what is the revenue DACA creates for the US economy. By the end of my speech, students will understand why DACA should be protected. First, let's talk about what DACA is. DACA has been around for about 8 years now. However, it is still an unfamiliar subject for many people. DACA stands for Deferred Action for Child Arrivals. And according to the USCIS, DACA is a U.S. immigration policy that allows some individuals with unlawful presence in the United States after being brought to the country as children to receive a renewable 2 year period of deferred action, deportation, and become eligible for a work permit in the United States. It is worth mentioning that former President Obama first initiated this program through the power of executive branch. There are also many requirements to be eligible for this program. One of the most important requirements is that DACA recipients should not have any sort of criminal activity. This means no felonies and no misdemeanors. Another requirement is that you had to have been in the United States prior to your 16th birthday. In my case, I came to this country when I was 15 years old and I'm still adapted to the culture and the language. However, I have met other dreamers that came to this country when they were 2, 1, or even months old. And to them, they feel just as American as any Native American born person. Another important requirement is that DACA recipients must be attending school or have graduated with a high school diploma or GED. This means that all DACA recipients have at least high school education. Given these key points, I think it is important to realize that nowadays, with all the stigmatization against immigrants, this subset of people possess no harm to society, but the contrary. In terms of economy, DACA creates a huge revenue to America. According to the US Chamber of Commerce, he said that ending DACA would be a nightmare for dreamers. It would also be a nightmare for businesses and America's economy. In recent news, President Trump said he wants those coming into the United States to contribute with the economy and and he wants them to be able to support themselves financially. However, he also contributes with a lot of misconceptions about DACA recipients. He thinks and he says that dreamers are hurting the economy. Nevertheless, statistics and research shows the contrary. According to a governmental website 91% of DACA holders younger than 25 are employed, and those over 25 have an employment rate of 93%. If we combine unemployed with employed DACA holders, we have an average of about $37,000 annually. Research also shows that DACA contributes with 1.4 billion in federal taxes, 2 billion in social security, and 407 million in Medicare each year. On the other hand, deporting dreamers would cost United States about 60 million, and it would reduce the economy by $280 billion. In my experience as a DACA recipient, I can say that I have to pay $495 to immigration services every 2 years. So basically, I am paying a premium fee, and what I'm getting is only the basic subscription with the United States government. So far, we've taken a look at what DACA is, the guidelines, and the economy it creates. This is why I firmly believe that DACA should be protected. In my case, I am the result of my parents' hard work. And I know that my mom would have not only crossed the US and Mexico border, but she would have crossed as many borders as it takes in order to provide me and my sisters a better chance in life.